early, but doesn't matter. I'm here. Okay, welcome to the first KendoTips stream. Gotta get used to the camera being here. Hold on. Maybe that's a little bit better. I am doing this a little bit as a test to check how this whole streaming works. I think it's a great opportunity to share and have people share their perspective, their point of view. I know there's a little bit of delay between the comments and so on, so it might take me a minute to reply to something you say, but please say hello in the comments so I know you're there. I can say hi back, and if you have any questions or any comments, please share them through the comments, okay? Have a couple of things that I want to share with you today, and I figure that today's topic, it will be wearing a mask for training. I have a couple of opinions, a couple of insight from friends that are doing kendo already with masks, but I personally haven't practiced yet officially with a mask. The dojo where I practice is closed. A lot of the restrictions are still going on here in my city. I'm in Miami right now, so I don't have the opportunity to practice at a dojo at the moment, but I will be sharing with you some experiences that a lot of friends of mine are telling me that they're lucky enough to have kendo back in their life. So I can only hope that we get kendo back in everybody's life soon. Anyways, let me see if I get any comments. Anybody say hello? Okay. Well, let's give it a couple minutes to see if some people get online, and not a couple minutes, but just a little bit more. See if anybody will say. But I figured today I will kind of share with you some of the experiences that my friends had based on like worst to best masks to wear during Keiko. Also, I want to talk a little bit about that face shield that you can put on in front of your face but behind your mengane, and some of the advantages and disadvantages, maybe problems that you may find along with practicing, and maybe some benefits to using a mask during practice. And I hope you enjoy it. So let's see. Okay, let me get it going. So I figure I would start with different types of masks. So this past couple weeks, I've been talking to a lot of my friends that are doing Keiko and practices. The most common format that I've been seeing is that practice is pretty much the same as we normally do it, but with a lot more breaks and shorter times for Keiko. And maybe if you're doing Kakari Keiko or Kirikaeshi, they're shortening that too. Obviously, looking out for people with any type of illnesses and like respiratory problems, being very mindful of that. That being said, definitely wearing a mask, it makes it harder for you for training. It's harder for you to breathe. What I've been doing, I've been using the mask for running once in a while, and yeah, like I can definitely feel the difference. Maybe I can make a video on like statistics, or I can share that with you in the future about statistics between using the mask when running and not running. I really haven't paid attention to that. I've just been doing it just for personal training. So when I go back to the dojo, I guess I'm a little bit more used to it. Anyways, for what I understand, the possible worst masks that you can, well, okay. First of all, let me share with you this. I know that with this virus, there's a lot of things that we don't know. There's a lot of misinformation, and I'm gonna try to relay as much accurate information as I can. But if I have a mistake or something, please don't be afraid of correcting me, letting me know what you think and how things can be different. And I'll take that in consideration because I don't want to spread misinformation. So based on some of the things that I've been reading and watching over here in US, it's that synthetic materials do a very bad job at stopping the virus. So for what I seen is that because the way the fibers are woven, like what it does, it actually, instead of catching the particles of saliva, the saliva that's coming out, what it does kind of like splits it, so it kind of like spreads out in the air even worse or even faster. So that's why I think the recommendation is for using cottons, because it will absorb the droplets coming out of your mouth and nose. And that being said, that I'm gonna avoid talking about synthetic materials, or like all the like the little like mesh ones that you can put like over your neck and stuff, because I heard that those don't work at all. Again, I think a lot of studies need to be done and stuff, but I heard that you should stay away from those because they don't do anything in order to stop the saliva or the droplets to come out and being airborne, if that's what the proper terminology is. That being said, the worst mask that I think for what I'm getting feedback is the surgical masks. So I'm gonna give you a little picture right here. Yeah, it kind of looks like those masks over there. The biggest problem with this mask is not necessarily the functionality of it, because it apparently does a good job at stopping the spread of the virus, but they collapse too much onto your mouth. So I guess with the sweat and stuff, they start getting weaker. The structure of it start getting weaker, so it gets stuck on your face, and it's impossible to breathe with them, or it's very difficult to breathe with them. So 1 out of 10, I guess they're gonna get a 3 for Keiko, because they do a pretty bad job at staying in shape and being able to let you breathe throughout the practice. So most likely people are going to take it out in the middle of practice, or we're taking the main gun out or the min out and put your mask down, and that's does nothing if you take it out still in practice, because you're still gonna spread out the virus. The next thing, I guess, let me just take that out. The next thing, I have a couple little masks that I've been getting throughout this whole time, and this is a cotton fiber. I think it's like 2 pieces of fabric together. For what I understand, the best is to have 3 pieces of fabric, but this one's also really bad. This type of mask is really bad because, again, they collapse on you very easily, and they are really annoying when you start like working out and just, I don't know, you asphyxiate with this type of mask. So this is a no-go for Keiko. The next mask I had here, this one I think is kind of funny because it has like a little visor. I only use this like maybe from going here to the office or whatever. It's really bad because this plastic here fogs out really quick, and all you see is steam on your face. You don't really see much out of it. So I couldn't imagine putting this under the man, because I think you'll be blind out of this. One thing that I wanna mention that I noticed several masks. I have one like this, but if you look at this thing right here, I don't know if they make this like as a filter or whatever, but the other mask that I have that looks like this one that has this type of thing, it allows air out but doesn't allow air in, which I think for prevention of the virus, I think that's really bad, because obviously you want to make sure that it filters the air out, right? Oh, I did forget to mention something I wanted to say, is that I've been reading this whole time news from Japan. People have been sending me articles, and friends been sending me articles and videos and stuff. So 2 things. The Senihon Kendo Renmei, so the All Japan Kendo Federation, when they came out with some literature, for what my understanding is that the mask, what their conclusion is that the mask that you put in on your face, not the plastic, but the mask, it helps you prevent the spread. If you have the virus, if you have like undiagnosed virus, You caught it, you don't know it. It will help you prevent the virus to go out. And the face shield, the little plastic thing that they have that they put like in front of your face or mouth, that you can add onto it, that's supposed to help you prevent from the virus coming in. So that's kind of like the double safety measure that they're trying to apply, so that way you minimize the risk of spreading the virus. There's still a risk, and I think there's a lot of factors when it comes to resuming practices, because I think it's all a probability games, right? The probability that one person is infected, and then percentage-wise, the probability that the virus is going to escape out of the mask, and the percentage-wise of probability of the virus going through the plastic. I think it's a whole thing that we need to maybe study further, and I don't think there's enough information to actually come out and say, okay, we're back in practice. Let me see if anybody has commented anything. I'm still pretty new at this, so it might take me a minute to go between windows and stuff. Someone's getting on. Please comment me, say something. Don't forget to subscribe, because I would like to know you're there. Want to say hi, and I would like to know your opinion. If you have a different point of view when it comes to all these masks, please share it. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I keep going back and forth with all this stuff, so I need to know how to handle it. Okay, where was I? Okay, so that being said, this mask, I think that's completely unfeasible for Keiko. I wouldn't recommend anything like this. One thing that I do like about this mask that I noticed, it has a pocket that you can put, there's this filters. I don't know if I have one of those around here. Hold on, give me a second. Okay, so let's see. So there are these filters that they come up with a lot of these masks. This one has a little bit of a pocket. It's a little bit too small for it, but it's a pocket for you to be able to put your filter in there. And the best mask that I think I'm going to point out today has that pocket, so I'll show you that last, okay? But again, this mask, no, big no. One big problem that I have with the masks is really the elastic on the ear. Like for me, like especially this ear, for some reason, I just feel like it just kind of bruises it or whatever. So I do like this design where it wraps around and you grab it with Velcro. So I can Velcro like this. But this one's like full of holes, so I this is not really a mask. And even if you put the filter on it, I don't feel like, I don't know, like that doesn't seem safe to me. So I guess this one's also a no. I didn't want to show you this one. I just wanted to show you the filter. What else? Which one is next? Now, a lot of the people that I've been talking about when I talk about this whole thing with the mask, they refer to the best masks, masks that are tented, like a tent, like, you know, like when you go camping. And what I'm guessing that means is that what they're trying to tell me is that you need to make sure that it supports the shape so it doesn't collapse in your face. So obviously this mask, which I think is one of the best ones that I have, has the little, little metal wire on top. It does a very good job at holding the shape. Right. I've seen a video maybe like a week ago or 2 weeks ago about like homemaking masks based on some information from the CDC that said like what you want is to have some absorbent material like cotton material in the inside, and then like a non-absorbent material on the outside and have a pocket for a filter. So this one, I have the filter on it. I'm not going to take it out because it's annoying. But this one has a hole for the filter, and it also has another piece of fabric between the filter and the outside. So technically I have 4 layers here, and supposedly these ones are pretty safe. Again, the only problem that I may have with this one, obviously, it's when it starts getting wet. You know, like it's gonna obviously getting harder to breathe. But I think it does a pretty good job. I used this one for running before, and I think it does a pretty good job at holding its shape. While I keep talking, because I just don't want to just talk and not give you any value, I'm going to show you a video. I also left it in the description box below, but a video that I got recommended from Instagram that is a homemaking mask video. So let me just put that up over here. Let's figure out how this works. Okay, I think right here, and I can just press play, right there. And I don't know if is that playing music? Okay, I don't think it's playing music for you. So that's a little video that that it got shared to me through Instagram. By the way, if you want to send me a message, I think Instagram, it's where I will reply the fastest, but you can also leave the comments below and I will definitely reply to that. Let me see if anybody has posted any questions or anything. No, nobody. I've seen people connected, but nobody wants to say hello. So please say hello if you are there, if you can hear me, so I know that I'm just not talking to the air. It'd be pretty embarrassing if I'm just making this whole video with no sound. That would really suck. Okay, let me see. Okay, another thing that I wanted to share. Well, I wanted to ask, but people are not commenting right now, so I kind of don't know if we're gonna have a conversation about this type of back and forth. But I want to talk about like some possible ways to. Hey, Luisa. Okay, now I see that we have. Hi, Luisa. We have some feedback there. I know the comments are working. Luisa, if you can share if you're practicing, if your dojo is open, I would like to know, because maybe I can just take a plane and go practice. Well, I guess plane will be a way to catch the virus, but regardless, one thing that I liked a lot, if you haven't seen the Kenshi 24/7 video, not videos, posts, his vlog, he talks a lot about his experience with wearing the mask. At the beginning, obviously, he said it sucks. It really sucks wearing it. But obviously, it still sucks, but he's been getting used to it. And he downplays it a lot because he says, like, I'm pretty fit for my age, but, doesn't, but it's a big deal. I mean, like, he's definitely pretty fit, and especially when it comes to kendo, it's amazing. Like the amount of heart he puts into it, it's amazing. So I would recommend you to go to Kenshi 24/7 blog and go read up his experience. He does share the whole thing about using the plastic, using the mask, and just his feedback on it. Let me see. Damn, Luisa, so your dojo is the only one that hasn't opened. That sucks. And in Portugal, we're not practicing with Bobu, so we're not using men masks yet. Yeah, I mean, like, I feel that a lot of countries are definitely not using the men yet. A lot of it's been doing suburi and stuff. You know what? I think would be a really good idea to kind of like start getting the dojo open and stuff. I thought of maybe having kind of like a type of buddy system, right? Where like maybe 2 or 4 people are accountable for each other and keep tabs of where everybody's been, and like they share the dojo, an hour on Monday, so they can do keiko with obviously the right protection and stuff. But maybe that'll be a little bit too strict, I guess, the measures you have to follow for that. But at least you will definitely stop the spread between the whole dojo, because like you don't want to get the whole dojo sick, obviously. And if I feel like if four people are keeping tabs with each other, they're making sure they're staying safe, and they're pretty close together, I think that's going to build up camaraderie, and it's also definitely going to get us to practice sooner, because I think that, I mean, I'm going cabin crazy. I would really love to go back to Keiko specifically. And actually, you know what? I think I miss more like Kakarigeko and Kirikaeshi. I know that might sound crazy, but or Toikomi and like all those like Rensoku Waza and just practicing basics. That's what I've been like. I've been watching like Instagram videos. I'm like, damn, man, like I wish I could be there. I wish I could grab my Shina and just go for man a couple times. But I would definitely say that I think if we maybe create some type of system to make it safe, I know it's a numbers games depending on the rules of your country or the area you're in, the amount of cases, active cases, new cases that are in your area. But definitely, we need to find a way to adjust ourselves, and just to be a little bit more responsible and share that with everybody else, because it really sucks not having kendo. I mean, it's been for me maybe like 6 months. It's like, I think this is the longest break. I had a break when I came from Venezuela to the United States. I had a break for maybe 4 years, but that was definitely not on purpose. And now this one, that obviously is not on purpose, but this is my second longest break from kendo, and it sucks. Really sucks. Okay. Sorry, I kind of got sidetracked on that one. I know I've seen a lot of the dojos doing suburi. I know at the end of the day, it also comes down to a money thing for the dojo itself. So I think that maybe developing a body system and just sharing the dojo in certain hours, making sure that responsible with the cleaning of the dojo pre and post, and everybody does their part. I think that will be an idea, I guess. I don't know if you're in a dojo and you have a system already, please share it, because I'm pretty sure that a lot of people out there would like to know about that. One thing that Kenshi 24/7 George McCall shared on his vlog was that when wearing that plastic between the men and obviously your face mask, it could get foggy inside. I know some of them has a split. I actually haven't gone one, because I don't see any time soon from getting back into the dojo, so I really haven't gone one to try. Maybe I should do that, install it, and start testing it out. But I'm looking this way because that's where my man is at right now. So I know the one that gets separated, the plastic that gets separated, it's a little bit more convenient because it doesn't get the steam as often. But I think it's gonna be a trial and error thing. I know Kenshi 24/7 Josh McCall had a concern of that thing snapping out. I think he said the one at the bottom. He was afraid of it snapping out, maybe backlashing to his face. But that will be something that I'm definitely gonna try, because I do want to be ready when the dojo opens. I want to be the first one out there, and want to know it's safe and that we can do it. What else? What else did I wanted to discuss today? If you have in the comments below, in the comment box below, I left a link that's playing right now on how to make your own mask. This video was recommended from someone in Instagram. I'll leave it I'll leave the profile in the comments below, because I don't want to take the credit from it, because it wasn't mine. But they said that they've been making their own masks. They've been using this type of mask, and it's been great. Again, my only thing probably when going back to the dojo is finding a mask that either doesn't have elastic, maybe I can just tie it, or just tie it behind my back. That's definitely my biggest, I guess, concern. Training with the mask, it's a challenge. It's definitely going to be a challenge. It's going to be harder to breathe, but I think at the end of the day, if you just keep going with it and you try to get used to it, I think we all can do it. We can adapt, and we can just, this is going to be a temporary thing. We hope that this is going to be a temporary thing. At some point, we're going to be able to go back to normal, but it's just a measure. Now, next thing I kind of wanted to touch on, it's testing and events. I've seen that in Japan they're opening up kids tournaments again. For what I understand, like all the big, the big wig tournaments are like in a hold. But there have been some modifications on the Shiai for kids. I think they restrict the time on Super Serie I. The initial rate for the Shimpan, it's a little bit separated from each other. I don't remember what I'd seen. I seen someone that posted, but I can't remember. I later on, when I remember, I'll try to find it and put it on the comment box below. Let me see, Luisa. You said that you're doing Suburi in a public garden. Okay. Yeah, okay, so I definitely agree with you that the only way I will seem for it to be safe, and I guess safe, quote unquote, because we really don't know. There's a lot we don't know about this, but it's definitely with the face shield. Because I mean, in my opinion, in my feelings, is that obviously I don't want to pass the virus to anybody. I know that I can do that through my breath, through my breathing. So I'm definitely going to wear my mask before getting into the dojo, and I will not take it off until I get out. For what I understand, poorly ventilated areas are also breeding grounds for the virus. And my dojo doesn't have windows. It's AC, and it's a big place, but still AC, and maybe it's not safe if I take off my mask. Now, my problem comes to, somebody else in the dojo might take off their mask because they want to take a sip of water, and I don't know if that's safe. I don't want to sound paranoid or anything, but I don't know if that's safe. And through this, I wouldn't do it, especially because we have people of, I don't want to be disrespectful, but like not so young age, I guess that'll be the best way I can say it. But I think that's where the face shield comes in. But that's only obviously when we're wearing our man, and that's it, right? Like I can have that protection when I'm wearing my man. But I think in the All Japan Kendo Federation, they said it's not 100% preventive. It's not 100% solution. It's a numbers games. Like anywhere I would use a mask for and a face shield. Like even when I go pay rent, the little office, because the problem doesn't become just me passing it on, but also somebody else that they don't know the virus passing it on. So that's why I want to just make sure that, like try to cut it off as much as possible. I totally understand like not using your mask if you're like in a public place, like in a garden, like Luisa's saying for Suburi and for training. I think it's a great idea. It's a great way to keep the dojo motivated, and it's just like a different perspective. I know there's some stuff that right now are kind of on hold and I needed to adapt, like ashisabaki, like footwork and stuff, but going to practice with the other person is that's also going to be restricted. But going to a park, I think it's a great idea, and I know a lot of dojos been doing the online classes. Right now I am actually doing some Zoom classes with the Venezuelan Federation and trying to keep each other learning, because at the end of the day I learn at this time more than any time that Suburi is not a warm-up, it's a study, right? So it's a different way to actually approaching Suburi and going to actually learn from the Suburi itself, rather than, okay, I'm just gonna repeat this, I'm gonna do this. And if I can share a little tip that actually blew my mind with a friend that's he's a runner and he shared this with me that the mentality when he runs, especially for like what he calls recovery runs, is that every step it's better than the one before. So even though he is putting more energy, like he's trying to compensate by using good posture, so he doesn't start at 100%, but he definitely finishes at 100%. So I thought that that was like gold for Subudi. You know, maybe you start at the beginning. I'm not gonna say sloppy because you never want to start sloppy, right? But you want to start at a decent pace, but also being mindful of everything, and every Subudi better than the one before, and then ending not 100%, but ending 120%, 200%, making sure that every Subudi is better. And I thought that was just a great thing. What else? What else can I share with you? I wanted to say I talked about the different masks. That video is playing about how to make the mask. I think you should check it out. That style of mask is definitely good. I've been recommended also some running masks and stuff. I think I might get a couple of those and try them out myself, especially for running. Oh, I almost forgot. I seen that a lot of dojos are using maybe just the face shield or maybe just the mask, but reducing the amount of ki. I don't know how I feel about that. I used to practice at a basketball court where I wasn't allowed to yell, and that I think that didn't really help my kendo. Especially if you're training for testing, I think it really hurts you. So I wouldn't feel comfortable recommending that one. Although I mean I know that you want to practice, so I'm not saying don't do it. But if that's one of the solutions, I think that's definitely you want to think about doing a little bit different, because I think ki it's such an important element of kendo and kiken taichi. So yeah, let me see. Luisa, you're becoming my number one subscriber here in the channel. I want to say thank you for sharing, because I'm learning a lot from that. Yeah, definitely. Like I'm trying to stay positive with this whole change and trying to see what's going to be, the bright side of this. And I'm definitely paying more attention about my Subudi and like different things, watching a lot of videos on Subudi, because that's one thing that I talk to a lot of people about, is that whenever we say like, okay, let's watch kendo videos, let's do Mitori Geiko and stuff like that, but we're doing this online, I think the number one thing to go to is tournament Shiai videos. And let's be honest, Shiai videos are interesting, are cool, are awesome. I like to watch the Ippons, but it's not necessarily the best show of kendo, because I think I'm pretty sure a lot of people can relate to this, is that a lot of times you sacrifice form, you sacrifice a lot of things just to get that ippon, and you get the ippon great. It's a great experience to learn from that stuff, but I think watching practices, it's definitely it has a what's the word I'm looking for? It has a great what's the word? I think it has a lot of benefits. So yeah, watch practices. Don't spend too much time watching fighting videos and coming up with crazy techniques. Even though that's still cool to watch, so don't stop watching them. But just watch the regular practice ones more. And that's one of the things that I really enjoy going when I was in Japan, is because I practiced a lot. I went to a lot of dojos, and there were times where I really couldn't practice, and I had to take a break. But I was there. I was like, okay, let me see what that person's doing. And I think I should have recorded more. It sucks for me a lot of times because, I take the camera, but I am so focused on doing my best in practice that I forget about the camera. I don't put it to record. So that's what sucks, because now at times like this, I'm like, I wish I could watch that again. I wish I could see that. And I have very little footage of that. So maybe I'll start sharing it. Maybe I can, maybe I can start streaming it and we can watch it together, and you can tell me some of the things you see. I can show you how embarrassed I get from all the practices that I got that, a lot of people were way better than me, making me look like a beginner, I guess. Um, but yeah, that's definitely something that I recommend. Like, watch videos, start approaching kendo from a different perspective, in the sense of, I know we like to do a lot. We like to be in the dojo more, but I think this is a time to just, as Lisa says, like, strengthen our basics. That being said, some of the things that I'm doing myself, I guess I'll share that right now. It's that I'm doing a lot of suburi, obviously, but I'm not worried about how much suburi I'm doing per day. For example, I I I have like this pattern, like this suburi study, as I call it, where I just try to do that, take my time on each of those suburis to study it, and then I also have a time where I just do suburi, try to not think. So my goal right now is to make my suburi not robotic, so make it fluid, and also to improve aspects like, the grip, the use of my left arm, avoiding using my right arm, the proper swing, the proper kamae, and do those without thinking. So basically, I have two sets of suburi. The one where I sit down and I don't sit down, I stand up, obviously, but I study the suburis, and then I have the one where I just don't think, I just go and do it, and then, like, maybe, I say, okay, I'm gonna do 100 suburi. I'm just gonna go, and sometimes I don't even count. I just go, okay, I'm gonna go do it, and obviously, feedback is the best. We don't have senseis, we don't have the dojo, we don't have everybody else, so I'll recommend you to either use a mirror or record yourself. Because my space, I think my recording is like really, really bad for when it comes to like showing proper suburi. But I still do it, so maybe I'll start like posting it out. So I'll put myself out there, and what's the word, like, yeah, put myself out there. The best thing I can tell you, though, is that if you have a roof, obviously, over your head, make sure that your shinai, you can swing freely, like extend completely inside. So with a regular shinai, I couldn't do it. I could do suburi with a boken inside my house, but I still hit the roof sometimes. So what I did, it's that I made a little shinai. So this is made from a regular shinai. I think this is by being one of my best friends, and I actually got this from Ibogu right when this whole thing started. I was in California training with Ariga Sensei, and actually Luisa was there, so that was last time I seen Luisa too. And when this whole thing hits, I was like, I am going to spend a lot of time doing suburi at home, so I was like, let me get one of these. Which, by the way, I don't know if you knew this, but if you're in US specifically, you now can get shinais through Amazon Prime thanks to Ibogu. So I put a link in the description box below. You can go there, Amazon Prime. You can get a shinai now from Amazon Prime. So I think that's going to be a blessing, because I won't be waiting for like a week or 2 weeks. I don't know how long it takes anymore, because I haven't gotten a new shinai in a while. But you can get it pretty quick from Amazon Prime. And I think it's amazing. You can still go to Ibogu's website for everything else. And yeah, Luisa, last time we practiced in the dojo was in California. Damn. How do I miss it? But we'll be back. Hopefully next year we can finish the Gashiku next year. But yeah, so I think it's amazing. That's an idea that I was, thinking, like, why doesn't Erika Sensei sell things from Amazon? Like, I know it costs them a little bit more money to put them there, but I think it's so great. So please support him, help him out, like, make sure that you don't forget about all your kendo needs, because anything you might need, I know if you talk to him, like, he'll get it for you. What else? I guess a little shameless plug. I'm not being sponsored or anything by Ibogu, but like, I really, 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 really enjoy being there, like, getting the stuff, and like, I never had a bad experience. So I can definitely recommend it. What else? talk about? What else you want me to share? Anybody has any questions? Anything that you want me to share? Some of the things that I've been doing lately with my kendo. Hopefully now I can start making more videos. I would like to make more of these streams. I think these are fun. I will definitely love to, get I was thinking maybe doing it like over a video game or something, like doing like a stream where I get to play with several people and talk kendo, because I definitely miss all the aspects of kendo, not only just the dojo, right? Like just talking to the people, learning more about different techniques, or just seeing at each other's progress. That's I miss that a lot. So yeah. What else can I share with you? Is this video, let me see if this video has it been playing like over again? Oh no. Wow, this is like a half an hour video? Nah. Okay, I was thinking it was like a 10-minute video. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't watch the whole thing. I kind of skipped over when I was at the office. So yeah. Well, there you go. You have it. I'm gonna take it off because I've been plugging this video for the whole time. Been trying to talk until she was done making her mask, but I feel like if it was an easy visit video, it would be like 10-minute video, Let me see. Where is it? Okay. Yeah, taking it off. Completely. Okay. So hopefully next week I can do this again. I think we'll probably be around the same time. I want to find videos. I was thinking about two different topics for next week. Either different, like talking about like different types of shinais, like koto, dobari and stuff. But I don't think maybe that's too relevant right now. So I was thinking maybe I could talk about different practices, maybe like different exercises at home. And stuff like that. Thank you, Shaw. Thank you for the comments. Yeah, I'm putting myself out here. Let me see. Thank you very much for the support. Thank you very much for the comment. I appreciate the fact you're saying that I have good content for kendo. I'm trying my best, and I know I've been taking a lot of time to making to editing the videos and stuff. A lot of times I spend like 2 weeks with a video, or 3 weeks, or maybe a month with a video in my editing software. But I kind of I feel bad about that because I really want to put the content out there. I've been very hesitant because I'm like, okay, I don't want to take things and people to like misinterpret them, or to like twist it, or somebody to create bad habits, because I will feel horrible about making somebody's kendo bad. I can admit that I am not the best kenshi there is out there, and I know there's a lot of things I don't know, and I know there's a lot of things that I think I know. So everything I say, please take it with a grain of salt. I guess since this is my first stream, I guess I can share with you a little bit about myself. My name's Jose. I don't think I just said it. Oops, I didn't say at the beginning of the stream. My name is Jose. I am from Venezuela. I am part of the Venezuelan national team. I attended 2 World Kendo Championships. Personally, I went to school for music therapy. I worked in addiction treatment shortly before until I actually went to Japan, and I'm a certified health coach. That's how I know some of the stuff that I know about injury prevention, sports, what's it called? Health wise, muscle techniques. I'm talking like crazy. Hold on, let me think about it, and let me say it right. That's how I know about different health aspects of training, and especially my specialty is behavioral change. So I know a lot about changing habits and using psychology for yourself. So that's my strength, and that's the point of view that I kind of want to transmit to you. And thank you, Luisa. Thank you very much. I will definitely keep it going. Ideas, yeah, ideas for home exercises or online classes. I mean, like, I'm a little bit self-conscious with the online classes, not gonna lie, just because I'm like, even I'm a yondan in kendo. I don't consider myself a sensei whatsoever, and I know here in the United States, for example, yondan, it's a level for sensei, and I don't like it. I really don't feel like I'm there right now. I could share my experiences. Maybe we can do like a suburi together type of thing, suburi at home. I can share with you my perspective, my points of view. But I think I'm far away from being sensei. Next year, I get to go. I'm eligible to test for Golden. I would love to do that, but I also like to do that and feeling prepared. I don't feel bad about my level of kendo to go test, but I'm definitely not confident to say, okay, I want to take my test tomorrow because I would like to, pick up a sword every now and then before I go to my test. I'm thinking of going to test in Japan just because I know this sounds super silly and like super stupid, but I would like to have a menjo in Japanese. But that being said, I think it's also, I was thinking going to Japan maybe before the World Championship next year. So maybe I could take that advantage of that to test, because here in the United States it's a lot of money to test, and if I'm gonna go just for a weekend to test and I can invest that money to go to Japan to train, it's like, I mean, it's like win-win, right? I'm not in a hurry to getting a Japanese menjo, but I thought about that just because of the coincidence of the timing with the trip and my eligibility to take the test. So yeah, that was the plan, and let's see if Corona lets me execute that plan. So yeah, definitely, I'll share some exercises with you. I'm going to say, being in the healthcare field, I know that a lot of people may have different abilities and different maybe injuries and stuff. So I'm very hesitant on like sharing something like too strenuous. But I definitely can share with you some of the things that I learned from personal trainers and chiropractors that I actually picked their brain only literally for kendo. I actually had a personal trainer which I made a video with a long time ago in my channel, and I made him study kendo. Like I sat down with him to like watch video, explain the scoring, explain the exercises, explain everything, and he gave me a lot of insight. And I did the same thing with a chiropractor that he is an athletic chiropractor. So he gave me a lot of feedback, and actually he's the one that gave me the pointer of using the wall to find your neutral straight position in order to do good kamae. And I think that because of him, I was able to like fix my kamae. Or I'm not gonna say fix, because I don't say that my kamae is perfect, but like improve my kamae immediately right before my yondan test. That he was a really good help. So I can definitely share some of those things. But yeah, I definitely feel self-conscious about doing a class, just because, I mean, I don't feel like sensei. I can maybe, yeah, we can do maybe like suburi study. I can share my suburi study and home exercises. Physical activity per se, like right now, what I'm doing is that I'm doing 1 day of running, 1 day of I don't do weights exercise just because I hate going to a gym and I don't have the money to buy all the weights to do everything and the machines and stuff to have it. I don't have the space in my apartment, so I have actually this. I don't know if you can see them where I'm standing. It's like lever bars. I have 2 of those. Only you can do dips. You can do like pull-up rows. You can do pull-ups type of things and stuff. They're like super convenient. I think they fit in a luggage maybe if I undo them. But these things are great because one of the things that for me, for example, actually I learned this from this chiropractor I was just mentioning before. This muscle is the one that actually makes people kind of like hunch over, and that and the fact that we barely use our backs. So I knew I needed something to use my back, to exercise my back, and these things have been great because a lot of people have, I'm not gonna say weakness, but it's not like their chest is stronger than their backs just because the way how we work out. Um, you mean ideas for a class? Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. I can do that. I can give you ideas for a class, but yeah, don't make me be the instructor, I guess. But yeah, I can do that. I can do that. I'll plan something for next week, and I'll share those things next week. But going back to the lever boards, these things have been great for me because I literally have them here in my house. I can just pull it out in the carpet and just like do my exercises. I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to be in contact with anybody, and I really 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 enjoy them. And that's a big part of exercises that you might want to do, is that you want to do things that you will do that you will enjoy doing, because if not, it's like, what's the point? Like you're gonna do it for like a week and then you're just gonna quit. You want to find something that is fun for you to do. But yeah, I can definitely talk about like muscle groups and stuff like that I think are essential to practice and to keep improving. My biggest concern right now is obviously footwork. So I've been doing a lot of like little bit of footwork, like small steps in my carpet here. I have carpet, so I don't have wood. I have a little bit of tile back there, but it's definitely like tiny. So I use the carpet to do a little bit of footwork, and I use socks, I guess, just to make sure that I don't like wear it out or something. I don't know. Anything else? Anything else I can share with that? Let me see. I think that's it. I want to say thank you very much for everybody, popping in here, showing up, saying hi, commenting, and I want to learn how to use this software. I wanted to do, as a matter of fact, if you guys see, I have some videos. Hold on. Actually, let me see. I have a video. Oh, give me a second. Is it this one? Yeah, I have a video where, like, Kendo videos and stuff that I'm starting to set up. Okay. It's like some kind of training video, but I'll share that at some other point. I'll share it in another. I'm still learning this program, still learning all this stuff. Just getting this whole setup was crazy enough. And right before I started the stream, I couldn't get. I cannot hear. I know you're hearing music in the background, but I cannot hear it. So it stressed me out because I was like, can you guys hear me or not? Like, is the music too loud or whatever? So I just put the music like really low. But that being said, I'm still learning this stuff. I'm gonna do more because I think this is fun. I'm definitely gonna take note of all those ideas. And again, anybody that, if you want to just shoot me a message, any questions, any videos you want me to watch, any videos you want to share with everybody else, that would be great, because I think that's what we need. I know Shaw said that he thanked me for putting myself out there. I want to encourage people just to like share, because I think that's how we're going to get better at this point. Normally when you go to a dojo, I know it's our responsibility to go travel to a dojo to see other people's kendo. But maybe now it's time for us to give back and just share our kendo to other people. Not to say, oh, we're the best or anything, because I'm definitely not the best. But just to help other people learn from watching, and hopefully they'll be nice enough to say positive feedback instead of saying like, oh, your thing is crap, give up or whatever. You know what, Shaw? Yeah, we definitely need more English kendo content. I agree with you. One person that I am going to, guide you to, it's going to be Kenshi 24/7 Josh McCall, because he has great content. I'm pretty sure he thinks I don't read his stuff, but I do. And what's it called? He has a lot. I know, like, his vlog's a little bit heavy because he has a lot of information there, and I think the way that you might find stuff is a little bit hard. And his approach is more like, he definitely has a technical approach to maybe like even the culture of kendo, Japanese culture and stuff. But he definitely has a lot of English stuff. That's one of the reasons why I started this video, this channel, is because I have a lot of friends that have been kind enough to translate stuff for me from Japanese, and I wanted to share some of that stuff here in English because I know the lack of content there is, and now I know the lack of content in Spanish, and that's why I started doing the whole thing with the subtitles. But I'm noticing that, like, out of all the people that watch my videos, only 1% activate the Spanish subtitles. More people activate the English. I'm guessing because of my accent. But so I was thinking, like, maybe should I also do videos in Spanish? I just don't want to saturate people with, you know, maybe getting a notification like over and over and over, because I put video in English, video in Spanish, video in English, video in Spanish. So I hope I can just find a method to this madness and make it a little bit more sustainable, and hopefully people will get to learn from it. But yeah, so I my goal is to share. I have two main goals with this channel. One is obviously to share more I'm gonna say tips for Kendo, and also for like health and wellness, because that's my field of work. And what's it called? And also hopefully make Kendo a little bit more popular with non-Kendo people, but that's gonna come later, because I think one of the main things why Kendo is not so developed outside of Japan is because I don't think that many people know what Kendo is. You go to Japan, everybody knows what Kendo is. Even if they don't do it, they know what Kendo is. And I actually know people that are fans of Kendo. They will watch like the World Championships, the All Japan Championship. They'll follow. They know, but like literally like the same way that people here follow football, basketball, and whatever. And I think that's amazing. That was super funny for me. That was like a little bit of a culture shock, where going to Japan, say I do Kendo and I don't have to explain what Kendo is. So hopefully I can get that going with this channel. I think that will be amazing. Yeah, so I don't know how I'm gonna do that yet, but that's the goal. I promise that's the goal. Anyways, I don't want to just keep you here for no reason. I want to say thank you very much for joining my stream. I'm planning on doing one next week. Hopefully I can make it at the same hour. If you have any suggestions what will be a better hour, leave it in the comments below. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. I am making the goal to myself to make it to 1,000 subscribers. I'm pretty close. I'm like, how many do I have? Like 600 something? Yeah, I'm 680. So 690 actually, almost. So yeah, if I can make that happen, if you can share these videos, it will really keep me motivated. I mean, I'm gonna do it anyways, I'm not motivated or not. But thank you very much for watching the videos. I will catch you in the next video. I think I'm gonna be posting one either tonight or tomorrow. And thank you again for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. All right, take care, have a good one, and stay safe. Wear your mask.